First of all, I just wanted to compliment the shades.
Thanks, bro.
That's
I appreciate it.
Not really the weather for it today, but I appreciate it. It's never too dark to look cool. How are we feeling ahead of this one? Physically, mentally, how are we feeling headed into Saturday?
It's just another fight. I've had almost 40 total, so nothing new, nothing crazy, just ready to go.
How do you keep the discipline when you say, like, you've had 40 fights? It's sort of, do you just have to keep going to the gym, keep the momentum going, or do you have to try and energize yourself for each individual fight and the individual opponent, or how do you just keep that consistency and discipline?
I think it's a little bit of both. Finding something that makes you want to get up and go to the gym. So for me, it's nervousness. I want someone that I know is good that can potentially finish me or hurt me. I want that. That makes me hungry. That makes me want to get up no matter how I'm feeling and go to the gym. So that's kind of why I try to fight the best guys that I can get my hands on. Obviously, circumstances happen, and sometimes that doesn't happen. You fight someone else. But at this level, everyone's good, especially now I have a number next to my name, so people want that number if I'm fighting down. But with a win on Saturday, I ain't fighting down no more.
Yeah, is that something you're kind of looking forward to the idea of, like, I don't have to keep sort of not doing favors for people, right, but just fighting around? You want to start aiming up those rankings and moving up?
Yeah, for sure. I think my trajectory was there anyway, but I'm the kind of guy that I kind of set my schedule as where the timeline that I kind of want to fight on. It's never exact, but obviously because the UFC is going to tell you when you're going to fight. But I kind of have my typical months, and I have my everything mapped out to where I want to fight there. I kind of need to fight there. So no matter what, I'm going to fight there. And that's just kind of how it happens. But, yeah, I'm looking forward to just staying straight up after this. I'm not looking down. After this, I think I've done enough fighting back and defending my spot. Because even when I wasn't technically like in the rankings, I had to be 16 or 17, and I was defending that constantly. So, yeah, I don't see a need to look down anymore after this as long as I'm winning.
You mentioned you like that nervousness and opponents who can finish you. Do you feel like you have that potentially on Saturday, a guy who can push you and really put a threatening to you?
Yeah, I mean, anyone can knock anyone out. It only takes 3 pounds of pressure, and we're some big boys. We step in over 200 pounds, everyone. So at middleweight, so yeah, he can knock me out. He knocks guys out. Yeah, I mean, I just got to be cautious and focused and be me, and that doesn't happen.
Comparatively, where do you find your strengths against his, and where do you think you're going to have the most success?
Everywhere. I think technically I'm way better everywhere. I think I'm bigger. I think I'm stronger. I think I'm faster. I just think I'm more well-rounded. So just being Brendan Allen is good enough on Saturday night, and that's what I'm trying to do is just be myself. Nothing less, nothing more.
And you don't want to look past it, but you said you have a schedule in your mind. Do you base that on location or date? Like if you hear there's a cool city like Boston or somewhere like that, do you think, I want to fight there? Or do you go, well, I want to fight in November? Which is it?
Dates. Dates is always for me. But hopefully I'll obviously fight Saturday. Hope to fight October. And then after that, I want to go fight 2 times a year. I've been fighting 3 times a year or more for my whole career. So it'll be nice to be able to be home a little bit more, spend more time with my children, and actually have like a life a little bit. Right now I just constantly travel, whether it's for camp or, to go to events and stuff like that. So it'll be nice to actually kind of have a life for a little bit.
I had spoken to you a few months ago at the Game Bird event, and you had said basically like, you were hoping to get like a bigger name, bigger profile opponent, compared to obviously Silva. Now that the fight's just days away, do you still feel like that? Do you still feel like you should have gotten maybe a bigger name?
Yeah, but focus on that. What's it going to do, It's not going to do nothing. It's just going to damage things mentally more than anything. So I just focus on the preparation. It doesn't matter what I think as far as who I should get or who this or that. The numbers don't matter at the end of the day. Obviously, rankings don't mean absolutely nothing. And further than that, the UFC says who you're going to fight, so they control everything. So it doesn't matter what the rankings is going to be. So I'm just focused on Bruno and getting the job done.
Is there a difference when you prepare for a fight, maybe a big name versus somebody that maybe you feel like, it's not up to par? Like, do you have to do something in training camp to mentally prepare yourself to not, slack or anything like that?
Yeah, I mean, finding that hunger after, you have like, okay, we'll use it for example, like Hermanson. Technically, I feel the same way that I feel about Bruno as far as technical abilities. I still think I'm technically better everywhere the fight goes, but the hunger from him was the fact that he's number 10 in the world. He's fought some of the best guys in the world. So that name, that number, the recognition, that was the hunger for him. Whereas Bruno, I'm trying not to get slept. So there's a hunger there. So I need to be me, focused, to not get slept, so I win.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah. For you, what does this mean? You getting a chance to come back to Jacksonville? I know that's a place that you've been before. What does that fight mean for you in your career? That was coming, I believe, after your first UFC loss. You came back here, got a big first round win here. What's it mean to be back?
It's pretty cool. It kind of has a few similarities in the fact that Carl was a striker, Bruno's a striker. It's in Jacksonville. It's kind of my first one with a real fan set since then, I believe. So it's got a few similarities. So it's pretty cool to just be here and have fans again. I really look forward to taking in the moment with all the fans, and I'm just looking forward to taking in the moment.